folks, we're now in our next video. Actually, this is our one of our last videos in decimals, and now we're going to I'm going to make you see the direct relationship of fractions and decimals. So how do we do this? Fractions can be changed to a decimal by dividing the numerator by the denominator. So imagine here the numerator divided by the denominator, 3 over 4 for example, is equal to the dividend over the divisor. Okay, so equal to the dividend to the divisor. So when we operate this fraction, actually this can be presented, the quotient will be in a form of a decimal. So that's how we convert a fraction to decimal. Okay, so for example here in 3/4, again this is our dividend, this is our divisor. So how do we do this? We'll write it as 3 divided by 4. Okay, so how many 3's are there in 4? So since there's none, we need to extend and then put a decimal point here and then put a 0. Okay, now how many 4 are there in 30? How many 4's are there in 30? So if we're going to think of it quite some time, we can say that it's 7. 7. Okay, so 7 times 4 is 28. 30 minus 28 is going to give us 2. Now we cannot do this still because 2 over 4 cannot be done. So let's put another 0 and then let's bring this down, the 0 I mean. Then what we have is 20. How many 4's are there in 20? So we can answer that directly. That's 5. Oops. So 5 times 4 is going to give us 20, and that's going to be equal to 0 then. Okay, so therefore, this is equal to 0, so our answer will be 7, 5. Now, where's the decimal point located? So again, it should be aligned the decimal point of the dividend, so it should be located here. So what we have is 0.75. Therefore, 3/4 is just equal to 0.75, which is straightforward. Okay, so that's how we convert fractions to decimals. Okay, that's how we convert it. If you want more examples, I will give you more. Okay, let's have it for the second and third example. Let's have say 1 over 16. Again, numerator, denominator, dividend, divisor. So if we'll do that, what we have, so it's going to be 1, oops, red, 1 divided by 16. Okay, so 1 divided by 16 cannot be, so let's extend, put the 0 here. And then if you want, we can already put a 0 here so that we won't get mixed up in our quotient later in our decimal points. Maybe we will be confused in the future, but that seldom happens. But okay, to be safe, 0 point. Now 10 divided by 16 it still cannot be, so we need to add another 0 for that. Okay, 100. How many 16s are there in 100? So let's try to imagine 16 times 10 is 160. Um, 6 160 divided by 5 is 80. Now 80, we can add another 16 there. That's going to give us 96. So that's going to be 6. 6 times 16, like I said, is 96, right? 96. Subtract that, 100 minus 96 is going to give us 4. We don't need to do this thing because 100 minus 96 is 4 numbers away, 4 items away. So 4. So how many 16s are less than 4? So we cannot. So let's add another 0 here. And let's bring down that to this 40. So how many 16s are there in 40? So we have 16, 32. There's only gonna be 2. There's no other more that we can add. So 16 times 2 is 32. So we need to subtract here and here. So how many 40 minus 32 is 8. Okay. So we cannot do that again. We need to bring down another 0 here and then bring it down to the 8. So what we have is 80. And remember, 160 times 10 or rather 16 times 10 is 160. 160 divided by 2 is 80. That's 16 times 5. So that's exactly the answer here. So this is going to be 5. So we have 16 times 5 is 80. Okay, 80 minus 80 is going to give us 0 in a while. Okay, so therefore, what's our answer? 1 over 16 is equal to 0.0625. So 1 over 16 is equal to 0.0625. 6, again, 625. Um, in a while. Okay, 625. Okay. Okay, so that's our answer for number 2. Now let's have our last example. Okay, for this video. Let's have number 3 for that instance. For this instance, so we have for number 3. Let's have it short. Let's have what will it be? 5 over 7. Let's try that. 5 over 7. So again, numerator, denominator, dividend divisor. Let's divide that. 5, right here. 5 divided by 7. So 5 divided by 7 cannot be, so let's put a decimal point here. Let's put a 0 like we did before. So let's put 0 here. So um how many sevens are there in 50? So the common one, that's gonna be 7. 7 squared is 49, right? So this is gonna become 49. So 50 minus 49 is gonna give us 1. Bring down another 0, like continue the process. That's gonna give us 10. There's only 1 7 and 10, so it's 1 minus 7. That's gonna give us 3. And then bring down another 0. I cannot fit it anymore. And then this is gonna give us what? 30. How many 30s are there in? How many sevens are there in 30? So we have 4. 4 times 7 is 28. It's gonna give me 2. And maybe we can stop here. Actually, we can stop here. It depends on the directions of the teacher. If he or she only says 2 decimal places, so you just need to have the 3, and then make the rounding off. Or if it is said to have only 3 or 1, so it depends on the teacher. So we can stop here actually, or we can want to continue, but then given the space we cannot. So let's have it. 5 over 7 is equal to 0.714 and change. 714 and change. So that's our answer for number 3. Okay, 5 over 7 is equal to 0.714 and change. Okay, so that's it for our video for the conversion of fractions to decimals. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you would like and subscribe. Okay, thank you very much.